Shalom, Kol Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kudash. Peace and blessings to the elders apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim, putting on as the elect and striving for perfection and that crown of righteousness. Shalom. This is your brother Kassad out of Great Millstone, Austin, out of the branch of Houston, coming to you with a quick lesson going into this rebellious woman, Eve, that's walking this planet right now, who believes that she knows all right? She's prideful, believes that she's tough, and puts herself in a man's position a lot of the times, right? Now understanding that this is how the world set her up. This world that was given into the hands of the wicked set her up to be, right? Because long as she does not have a hedge of protection, all right, she's she's led to the slaughter all the day long, right? Only the mercy and the grace of Yahweh is going to keep her, from getting the worst things imaginably done to her, right? So I got a quick clip, and I'm gonna jump into some scriptures. This clip is us out teaching on highways and byways, the brethren from San Antonio, Chicago, and Austin, and it had a proud homeless woman, of course, bugged out of her mind, spew out some Babylonian nonsense. All right, I'm gonna let this play, and perfectly, this is edifying.
Because men think they came first, and well, a man cannot speak first if a woman is truthful. Ain't that the truth?
She said, "A man cannot speak first if a woman is truthful."
Ain't that the truth though? Is a woman first before a man? Was a man before a woman, or was a woman before a man? You put your mirror on the I think a woman would be before a man. A man.
Lean not into your own understanding. You think. That ain't what the Bible says. Lean not into your own understanding.
I think the Bible says it was Adam and Eve, and Eve had to receive, right?
Adam chapter 10, verse 19.
So, we see that she has no wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, of course. She completely bugged out of her mind. But man, at the end of the day, why is the modern day woman on the same low vibration as this homeless woman walking up and down the street, believing she can just do and say whatever she wants to say, believing that she's so truthful and all her things? This is a prideful state of existence for Eve right now, man. All right. And the Lord's coming back to humble her ass, in that day. I'm going to bring that out later on in this lesson. This is Genesis 3:16. It says, "Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception," right? That's childbirth, right? "And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children." So it's not going to be pleasant when they giving childbirth, man. And that's why they want the ability to be able to murder, their infants for the most part, all right? So, and it all goes against the scriptures. You got to understand, this world lines up with being against what this Bible is talking about, all right? We are in the land of our captivity at this point, and that's why we need deliverance. This is not our rest, all right? So it says, "Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband." All right. "And he shall rule over thee." So the Lord has already given ordinance or order to this woman. This is Genesis 3:16, man, since the beginning of this Bible. And it's very consistent all the way through. It doesn't say, hold up, let this woman speak. It said, no, she should not speak at all amongst men, right? Especially pertaining to these scriptures. She should be subjective, in subjection to her husband, right? This is This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Let all things be done decently and in order, man. This Bible is a book of order. All right. It goes into law. All right. We are given these ordinances to live and to abide by. Men are given ordinances to live and to abide by. All right. And it's for our own good to follow after these law, statutes, and commandments, and these things are written in these precepts, which you break down the word precepts, which is, it means commandments. All right. It's for our own benefit, man. All right. It makes us holy and separate and acceptable in the Lord's eyes, man. And that's why you want to be obedient to what's being said, man. So everything must be done decently and in order, man. This is 1 Timothy 2 and 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to assert authority over the men, but to be in silence, right? So it's always Eve that has to voice her opinion first, man. Just the week before, we had another couple come up, and Eve was with what we perceive to be an Edomite, but she's battering her eyes and trying to start a conversation and wants to kick up, want to read scriptures and verses to us and stuff. And no, that's not acceptable. All right. You're not going to disallow these scriptures that are inside the Bible. You're going to live by, if you're going to, matter of fact, you're going to live by these scriptures. That's, if you're going to pick up the Bible, you need to live by these scriptures. All right. You can't have it your way, Eve, out here. Okay. We do not worship the woman. And, the men of the Lord are not worshiping women. They're worshiping the Lord in spirit and in truth, man, by abiding what is written, by abiding by what's written inside these scriptures. But it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to assert authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, and then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, man. So everybody has a path, what they call a straight and narrow path. And your straight and narrow path is to follow after your husband. All right. If your man of the Lord is following, you have a man of the Lord that's following after Yahweh Shai, you need to follow after that man. Right? That's what you got to be doing. And you need to be in silence. You need to be in quiet, man. All right. You need to learn how to not open your mouth, man. All right. Practice humility, some discipline. All right. Let's see. I'm going to jump some of the points. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says, how long wilt thou go, O go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. All right. So this woman is going to compass a man. We're going to the word
Strong's
compass.
H 5437. Savav.
Right. It means to remove, basically, turn away, turn aside, turn back. All right. Basically, get over and above this man on this earth, man. And that's how this wicked world set up. Eve, at the end of the day, to be somebody that she think that she's more important than she really is, man. Right? And she's not, at the end of the day. Not in this time frame that we living in. Okay? We living in a land of our captivity. All right? And these women are not sober-minded, at all. They've been given gifts, and what they say about gifts destroy the heart, man. All right? So they've been made into some type of monster, and they're giving birth to menstrual monsters, So this is Micah 7 and 10. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So she was out here being taunting. She said, going against the scriptures, absolutely going up against the scriptures, and the scriptures say that her reward for doing this, for being an enemy to being on Esau Edom's side with all of this, she's gonna be trotting down in the streets, man. All right, and she's gonna know. She's gonna be covered in shame, trotting down in these streets, and she's gonna know that we are the men of the Lord, man. We are the prophets that the Lord has sent upon earth to do His bidding, His will, man. Right, to preach His gospel. At the end of the day, it's not our gospel, man. It's just what is written to give us instruction and correction. That's what these scriptures come into and stuff. But just a quick hit going into, Eve and the state of her existence right now, right? So with that, shalom.